Welcome back to another Five Nights at Freddy's theory, and today I want to talk about the end of Glitchtrap. Now, just a few weeks ago, John from FNAF dropped a huge bombshell on us, an interview with Steel Wool's Jason Topolski. Now, obviously, if you haven't seen the interview yet, you should go check it out right now. There's a lot of interesting information in it regarding the creation of the games, like how Steel Wool switched to work from home once lockdown started and arguably came out of it better, or how Steel Wool uses community feedback to improve the next project that they're working on. And what I think is going to be the most important for this video at least, the death of Glitchtrap. Yeah, Jason just says that this scene that we see in Help Wanted 2 is the end of Glitchtrap. Roll the tape.
This is, the end of Glitchtrap.
Yeah. So it is the end of Glitchtrap. Squished. Gone.
Yep. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Whoa, hang on a second. Jason, you're telling me that this is the end of Glitchtrap? How is that possible? The other ending that we get in Help Wanted 2 shows Glitchtrap winning. He's emerging from a charging station, and Cassie is seen putting on the Vanny mask, which begin the events of Ruin. So Jason, I just need to ask you again, how is this the end of Glitchtrap?
I can't comment because we don't comment of late.
Oh yeah, that's right. You guys aren't allowed to leave comments on videos. But that doesn't mean that you guys can't leave a comment, so don't forget to go down below, like the video, leave a comment, and if you're not already, subscribe to the channel. Alright, so if Jason and the rest of Steel Wool don't want to give us the answer, I guess we're going to have to figure this out on our own. So how exactly does Cassie putting on the Vanny mask and Glitchtrap emerging from the charging station mean that Glitchtrap doesn't live on? Let's first start with Cassie. How exactly does Cassie putting on the Vanny mask not mean that Glitchtrap gets put into her head and Glitchtrap lives on through Cassie? Now, in order to answer that, I need to ask you one quick question. How do you think the Glitchtrap virus works? Because up to this point, this is how I assumed that it worked. I assumed that the Glitchtrap virus wanted to get into your head, whether it's through the Vanny mask or the VR mask, and once it's in there, it tries to slowly take over your brain. Once it has more control than you do, it effectively has control over you. But then Help Wanted 2 came around and it kind of threw that explanation out the door, and I didn't initially realize it. You see, in the ending to Help Wanted 2, we see the Vanny persona crushing Glitchtrap. Not Vanessa, Vanny. And at first it didn't make a lot of sense to a lot of theorists. Why is Vanny trying to kill Glitchtrap? Vanessa should want Glitchtrap dead, but Vanny should be on the same side as Glitchtrap. A lot of the community then came up with the theory that Vanny has a sort of personality that wants to be the only follower to Glitchtrap. But how can Vanny be the only follower to Glitchtrap if Glitchtrap is dead? So I thought about it for a bit and I got the answer from an unlikely source. Spider-Man. Now, one of Spider-Man's main villains is Venom, and Venom has very similar abilities to Spider-Man. But unlike the other Spider-Man like Miles Morales, Venom gets his abilities from literally copying Spider-Man. Now, in order to try and keep this brief, I'm going to try and explain this as simply as possible. Venom is comprised of two parts, the man on the inside of the suit and the suit itself, which is actually an alien known as a symbiote. Now, what the symbiote does is it clings onto its host in order to stay alive, and in order to make the host want to keep the symbiote on, it makes the host stronger. But the relationship between symbiote and host is a two-way street. And what I mean by that is the symbiote also gains strength from its host. Now, in the case of Spider-Man, the symbiote clings to Spider-Man first, and while Spider-Man wears it, the symbiote gains some of his abilities. So whenever Spider-Man removes the suit and somebody else puts it on, they gain Spider-Man's abilities. Now, if you made it this far in the video, you might be asking yourself, how exactly does any of this compare to FNAF? And I think Glitchtrap and Vanessa have a similar relationship. Now, if we look at Vanessa as Spider-Man in this relationship and Glitchtrap as the symbiote, when Glitchtrap attaches to Vanessa, Glitchtrap would gain some of Vanessa's traits, meaning that Glitchtrap turns into Vanny. And it would make sense that Glitchtrap would work this way. Glitchtrap is just the Mimic program, so once the Mimic program gets into Vanessa's head, it would essentially just try and copy all of her traits and add it to what it already knows. So that would mean that whenever Cassie's putting on the mask, she's effectively turning Glitchtrap into half of her, meaning that Glitchtrap isn't entirely there anymore. It would be some sort of hybrid between Cassie and Glitchtrap. Alright, so Cassie not having Glitchtrap in her head is explained on a technicality, so I'll let that slide, but it doesn't explain why Glitchtrap is emerging from the charging station. Well, here's the thing. If this is a physical charging station that Glitchtrap is emerging from, then this isn't Glitchtrap, because he's not digital anymore. He's in the physical world. So that means that we're not dealing with some silly virus that wants to take over our brain anymore. No. We're dealing with the real thing now. We're dealing with Afton again. Now wait. I can already hear you tapping on your keyboard. How am I sure that this is actually Afton and not, I don't know, the Mimic or some other animatronic that's just programmed to be Afton? Well, we already know that Glitchtrap was trying to get himself a body. In Security Breach, we see Burntrap emerge from a charging station, and he has parts to him that were missing from the last time we saw him. Scraptrap, you know, the version of William before Burntrap, is missing an entire arm. And we can explain away the new animatronic components just being built on later, but you can't exactly explain away the human flesh that's growing down the arm. That is, unless Remnant or Agony have some sort of weird healing factor to them, which is a theory that I believe ID's Fantasy made popular. Now, how exactly can I say that this new physical version of Glitchtrap just isn't the Mimic? Well, it's because the events in this ending happen in a particular order. Glitchtrap emerges from the charging station before we hand Cassie the mask, meaning that the events of Ruin haven't happened yet, meaning that the Mimic hasn't been released yet. So if Afton's not using the Mimic or another animatronic in order to have a body, that means that he has a human body again, which I think is exactly what he wanted way back in Help Wanted 1. You all remember the ending to Princess Quest 1, right? Of course you do. You enter the room, and when the lights turn on, a weird glitchy rabbit blob monster is sitting in front of you. Well, whenever you get to that room in Princess Quest, you can hear a sound. And if you do some audio magic to that sound, you can hear this. That's Afton. This is exactly what he wanted from the beginning. He didn't want to take other people's minds over. He wanted his own body. He needed his own flesh. And now he has a body again. He has his own body. He has flesh. He lives once more. But how? Sure, Afton's a genius, but we've never seen him do anything like this before. He's made super advanced animatronics that are way before their time. He's made nightmare gas that allows people to see things that aren't truly there. But growing a human body? Is that even possible in the world of FNAF? Not only is cloning possible in FNAF, but we get an entire story in one of the books dedicated to cloning. And it's the one story that gets memed on more than MatPat giving birth to Springtrap. It's Fazgoo. Now, wait. Please don't leave the video just yet. I know I'm talking about Fazgoo right now, but just hear me out for a few seconds. In the story, He Told Me Everything, we're told that Fazgoo works in 3 separate stages. The first stage being that it needs a piece of your DNA before it can begin the cloning process. Now, in the story, we see that Chris gives the goo a baby tooth of his, and once he does so, the goo then latches onto his finger to begin the experiment. In the second stage, we see Fazgoo begin stealing organs and other parts of the person's body in order to make a perfect copy of that person. In the story, we see that Chris witnesses his lungs and other parts of his body being transferred over to the Fazgoo, and the only reason that he doesn't try and disconnect the connection between him and the Fazgoo is that it's the only way that he can keep himself alive. The lungs in his body are not in his body anymore. Fazgoo stole them, but he can still use them through the Fazgoo. Lastly, in the third stage, the Fazgoo needs to learn how you act in your day-to-day life, and in order to do that, it has you tell it how it acts. In the story, we see that Chris begins panicking whenever he's about to die and tells the Fazgoo everything that it needs to know in order to be a perfect copy of Chris. So in order for Fazgoo to work, we have to find a way to get Afton's DNA, find new body parts for Afton's new body, and tell this new clone how Afton would act. And we have all 3 of those. First up, how are we going to get Afton's DNA? Well, let's take a quick look at Burntrap here. After all the reincarnations of William, from Springtrap to Scraptrap to Burntrap, there's one thing that's still on his body that can get us that DNA, and it's his pearly whites there. The massive teeth on Burntrap's design has always felt a little odd to me, especially if we look at the other two designs from Springtrap and Scraptrap, and we notice that the teeth on them look vastly different from the teeth on Burntrap. There's teeth on Scraptrap and Springtrap, but they're very tiny and hard to notice. Burntrap, on the other hand, has these massive pearly whites. He's showing them off from the moment we first see him. It's like Steel Wool is trying to point us towards his teeth. Next up are the body parts and organs for Afton. Now obviously, if we're still looking at Burntrap here, he doesn't have anything to really give us other than his teeth. But I don't think that we necessarily need the organs and body parts from Afton. You see, we actually see Fazgoo in another story in the books. This story being The Puppet Carver, where we see a guy named Jack getting chased by a big pink blob. But this Fazgoo is a little bit different to the one in the previous story, where this one has different body parts already inside of it while it's chasing Jack. You see, this tells me that we don't necessarily need all the body parts from the original body. We just need enough body parts to complete the new body. Wherever those body parts come from doesn't exactly matter. Now, where are we going to get all the body parts in order to build a brand new human body, you might be asking? Well, there are a lot of people going missing around the Pizzaplex at the time of security breach. Lastly, we need to find a way in order to tell this brand new body exactly how Afton acts. That way it'll act exactly like Afton. And we've been fighting against this thing since Help Wanted 1. Glitchtrap couldn't turn Vanessa into Afton because Vanessa had a personality, so Vanessa's personality merged with Glitchtrap, creating Vanny. But if you literally have a brand new human body with no personality and no experiences that is literally asking how it needs to act, and you put Glitchtrap into it, you're gonna get an exact copy of Afton. Now, with all that being said, that means that whatever is stepping out of this charging station has the chance to be Afton, and not one of the inferior copies that we've been seeing, like Springtrap or Burntrap or Glitchtrap. This is the true Afton, brought back to life with new flesh and blood coursing through his veins, brought back for a new generation to learn his teachings, to learn the power that he controls, the power of life and death itself. Sorry about that. But what do you guys think? Do you think that Fazgoo could actually be coming to the games now? Do you think that this is actually William Afton coming out of the charging station? Or do you think this is just going to be another version of him like Springtrap or Glitchtrap? Or do you actually think that Glitchtrap is dead? Was Jason telling us the truth in this interview? Leave a comment down below. Also, while you're down there, don't forget to like the video, and don't forget to check the description to see the other creators that I mentioned in this video. Thanks for watching to the very end, and I'll see you in the next video. Goodbye!